It's only a game. Why you have to be mad?
What is up, heroes of Dominion? My name is Charlie. This is Hero Wars Central, and if this is your first time watching one of my videos, I like to do informational and instructional videos for the Hero Wars game, both on mobile and on Facebook. Today's video is about the mobile hero of the month, Keira. That is, you can get her soul stones collecting just by logging into the mobile version of the game every day. And I want to talk about some teams, some heroes that you can level up with her to make an effective team based around her and her abilities and her strengths and overcompensating for her weaknesses a little bit. So with all that being said, if you find this video helpful at the very end, please consider giving me a subscription. Hit that alert button. I put out videos every couple of days, so maybe something on my channel you can find helpful, maybe not. I don't know. You tell me in the comment section down below. So let's start with Keira, and from there we got to pick a tank. And the main tanks that I like to choose for Keira, normally I would use Astaroth in just about every build that you can use Astaroth in, because he is probably my favorite tank and arguably the most effective tank. But with a physical damage build, I like to use Galahad, or I like to try to use Galahad. Now, Galahad is an interesting main tank in that he can do a lot of great stuff. He's very versatile. You need a lot of resources in order for him to be potent, for him to be strong enough to be the main tank. You really got to have a bunch of his skins unlocked and leveled up. You need to have his vampirism ranked up a little bit through his equipment. But we're going to use Galahad and Astaroth in the 4 different builds we're going to talk about today. But in this first build, we're going to use Astaroth. This is my personal favorite Keira team. This is the team that I was using a lot with mobile because of how effective and easy it is to get some of these heroes. So on mobile, this was the build that I used for a very long time. I was lucky enough to have Martha already available. Celeste can be had on mobile by making one purchase and then making a second purchase, either with a small emerald package or with the Valkyrie's blessing. That's how you can unlock Celeste really easily. Of course, Keira you can get from the campaign, same with Astaroth, and then Jorgen you can get from the Outland vendor. I use this team pretty effectively for a very long time. I think it's got a lot of synergy to it, and it's pretty straightforward and easy to get. You've got a great tank, you've got great area of effect damage and control with Celeste, you've got great healing and the speed boost, you've got Jorgen with his curse stacked with Keira's area of effect damage. And Keira is an interesting hero that can be, she's an interesting physical attack hitter, damage dealer, whatever you want to call her. She doesn't need to be stacked with another damage dealer, like say Helios, for example, because Keira provides her own armor penetration. Right? There are some hitters in this game that don't provide armor penetration, and to me, for damage dealers, armor penetration is the most important stat. So she doesn't need a support hero for damage. She just needs support heroes and healers and tanks. So I like this team a lot. This is a pretty solid all around team that you could go with. The next team I wanted to talk about is showing off the new hero Sebastian, right? And since Keira doesn't have critical hit on her own, and Sebastian supports critical hit heroes, you have to have Jet in there. Some great synergy can be had with Dorian and Keira. Dorian and Keira are fantastic together because of how frequently she hits. Dorian can keep her up pretty well with healing instead of Martha. And in order for her to get Dorian's healing, you need Galahad at the front there. So you have Galahad providing physical attack for your team. You have Sebastian providing critical hit support for your team. You have Jet providing critical hit for your team. Dorian is a fantastic healer. And then, of course, you have Keira just pumping out that damage. Okay, so not only do you have armor penetration, but you also have a little bit of crit hit. You have a little bit of pure damage with Sebastian. And this is a great team as well. This one's going to be a little bit more expensive to get, a little bit more pay to win. You can't really get Dorian Soul Stones anywhere aside from a special event or from the chest. Of course, you can only get Jet's Soul Stones from the Hero Soul Stone vendor whenever you Absolute Star Hero. Sebastian, right now, there's only one way to get him, and that was during the Christmas event. There will be another opportunity soon to get Sebastian. And of course, Galahad and Keira you can just get by farming the campaign. So a little bit more expensive team, but I think this team could be fun. I think it's very effective as a team. I already showed that this team can be beaten by other teams in a previous video, but this is a pretty solid Keira team to go with. Now, two more teams. First, I want to show you kind of a fun team. And, since we're doing fun, we're going to do Astaroth, Dorian, Helios, Orion. So this is a This is a fun and interesting, very squishy glass cannon build team. So you have a great tank in Astaroth. You have, of course, your damage dealer in Keira, area of effect damage as well as targeted. Good silence. You have Orion pumping out massive damage over time. You have Dorian keeping your healers up, and you have a hero behind Dorian in Helios. Helios and Dorian and Orion are very well together. Dorian and Keira are extremely strong together because of their aura. And with this setup, you can do some pretty nutty things, pretty high damage output. It's very strong against physical teams that rely on crit. Against physical teams that have Keira or Ginger, you're going to have a little bit more difficult time. Single target damage, like with Elmer or maybe Astrid and Lucas, you'll probably be pretty strong against that team. So this is a pretty solid team. I like this team a lot. Very fun, very interesting team. A little bit easier to get than that previous team. You can get Helios from the campaign. No easy way to get Dorian, but you can get Orion from the merchant. So a little easier team to get in that. Not sure how effective it is, though. And then finally, a team that Dan Buccini and I are going to be doing a video on pretty soon. This is going to be the most efficient, the most balanced, the best start. If you're a brand new player and you're just starting out with Hero Wars, this would be the team that I recommend. I don't want to go into it too much beyond that, but this is what we're looking at here. So very interesting team setup here. Very interesting team setup. Of course, Astaroth, Celeste, Martha, great base, Keira. Why Lars, though? Why Lars? Well, I don't want to talk about it here. But if you're building a new team and you're just starting out and you're thinking about, what is the most balanced way to play this game in the beginning, even in the mid levels, to be effective in both the campaign and in player versus player without hampering yourself in the future by leveling a hero that's not going to be that effective, this is going to be the team for you. And then, like I said, I'll go over it in another video, but I don't want to go over it here because it deserves it deserves a whole video up to itself. But with that being said, please, mobile players, take this opportunity to get Keira absolute starred this month. Not only can you get her soul stones from the daily login rewards, but you can also get her from the campaign, farming those missions every day. So good luck getting her absolute starred. She's a very strong hero. She would be a great hitter for your second or third or even your main arena team or grand arena team. And I don't think that you're going to be wasting effort or resources if you level her up. Yeah. So with all that being said, if you found this video helpful or entertaining at all, then go ahead and feather that like button, caress that like button. It does enjoy being clicked. And if you're not subscribed, consider subscribing. But until next time, my name is Charlie with Hero Wars Central. Have a great weekend.